Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little behind the scenes here because the title of my video is going to be something about throwing my February TBR out the window, kind of inspired by a video I just put on my personal channel about my no spend month for the month of February. There I kind of like had fun just throwing some money around. I thought for my thumbnail, what I want to try to do is get a picture of me throwing my TBR out the window, not the window actually, just throwing out my TBR. So that's going to involve me throwing books and seeing if I can get a thumbnail out of this. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, for the record, these are all books that are on my stack of put into little free libraries / unhauls, so I'm okay if they get harmed in the making of this thumbnail. It's no big loss. I guess I didn't think about how they would hit me. Maybe I'll try to aim elsewhere. This is like way too much fun. If you guys ever need to lighten the mood, grab a couple books you don't care about and just start tossing them. I moved my tea so it's a little farther away, so it wasn't gonna get hit during this. We'll see if any of that worked. If not, I'll get a regular thumbnail. Hey guys, so today is my February TBR video, but like not. I have been struggling with my reading in the month of January. I kind of just want to mood read instead of pick a TBR, but I really like sharing a video, sharing my TBR, sharing a list of books that are interesting to me at the time. So that's kind of what today is. I'm throwing the TBR out and I'm just showing you a bunch of books that, like, if I was needed to pick up a new book today, here is some options of what is catching, different books that are catching my eye. Yeah, so it's not an official TBR, it's a pile of possibilities, and we'll see what I actually read by the end of the month. So in 2022, I am trying to do my Read Your Bookshelf challenge, and I'm trying to do Kayla's buzzword reading challenge. But as of right now, just with the way my reading's going, I want to finish these challenges throughout this year, but I'm okay if I don't do the challenge in the month that it's supposed to be. I said that at the beginning when I announced my Read Your Bookshelf challenge. It's okay if you don't do January's prompt in January. I'm just gonna read and see where my books fall. Kind of working on trying to get my TBR gone. Also still trying to read a few library books. So anyway, here are just a pile of possibilities for my February. Where do we start? Well, let's start with my Agatha Christie book that these books just won't stay. The Agatha Christie book that I'm going to be reading in the month of February that I will try to solve. That is Death on the Nile. I forgot the last month when I did recently when I posted my Agatha Christie video trying to solve January's book, that Death on the Nile is becoming a movie in February. Now, because I'm doing a no spend month in February, I'm not going to be going and watching it. And also because I just am terrible at watching movies, but I would like to watch it at some point. So I want to read this book and try to solve it before then. I think the movie is coming out February 11th, if I'm correct. And yeah, so I'll have a video out in the month of February of me trying to solve this, my thoughts along the way. And then once again, an extended cut will be over on Patreon, which this last month it was twice as long as my YouTube version. And yeah, I'm excited about this one. And I guess this one's a Perot mystery, which I actually knew about because of the short little movie trailer that I have seen. So there's that one. That one's definitely going to be getting read in February, unless I like start it in January or something. Here's a book that's really intriguing to me, kind of like spoiler for my January wrap up, Northanger Abbey. So I read Jane Austen in January and I was picking that one up even more than more modern books, which is weird for me. I didn't like love the book, but I was really enjoying her writing. So Northanger Abbey is one that I have of hers that I haven't read, and so I thought this would be the next one. I know lots of people have thought that I'm going to like this book, and then there's been a few people that said they don't think I will. I own these in the Wordsworth edition. Yeah, that's what they're called, and I think they're gorgeous. I love the gold foil. So I'm pretty sure those two books are going to get read in February, just with how I'm feeling right now. Another one that's really intriguing to me is Margaret Peterson Haddock's Leaving Fishers. I shared this one in my library haul. This is a YA book about a cult, and I have enjoyed the Margaret Peterson Haddocks that I've read before, so I'm really curious about this one. It says Dory is unbearably lonely at her new high school until she meets Angela and her circle of friends. And then they're part of this cult, I guess. So that one sounds really good to me. Another library book that's kind of catching my eye is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I have been interested in Simone St. James since Tia shared a video. I don't know if it was all about her writing, or I can't remember exactly what the video was. I'll leave Tia's channel linked below. And it sounded intriguing to me. So I think it kind of sounds like Simone St. James, her earlier writings maybe were more of a romance, and then her later ones are dual timeline. So it says something hasn't been right at the roadside Sundown Motel for a long time, and Carly Kirk is about to find out why in this chilling new novel. Ta-da. So it goes upstate New York, 1982, about a girl who wants to move to New York City, and she takes a job at the Sundown Motel to pay for it. Something's haunting and scary. And then we go upstate New York, 2017, and we've got Carly Kirk, who's never been able to let go of the story of her Aunt Viv, who mysteriously disappeared from the Sundown Motel before Carly was born. So I can struggle with dual timeline, but I can also really enjoy it. So I'm hoping this is a time where I actually really enjoy it. Then, because I've just actually been really enjoying the classics that I've been picking up lately, I have The Tenant of Wildfell Hall on my list of possibilities for February. This one is bigger even than like Northanger Abbey, and definitely bigger than Agnes Grey, which I read by Anne Bronte in December. But I have just really been liking this time period. I feel weird saying that because I feel like that's strange for me. So I would like to at least start this one in February. We'll see where it goes. And then also on the classics, these are all part of, I believe they're all part of my classics I want to read before I die. This one is The Turn of the Screw. This one is super short, so I feel like if I pick this one up, I should be able to finish it quickly. And I know that Ruth Ware's The Turn of the Key was kind of based off of this book, and I kind of enjoyed that book. So far, Ruth Ware is like a 3-star author for me. But I like certain things, and I think if those same elements are kind of part of this, this will be an interesting one. This one is about a young governess who's supposed to look after 2 beautiful orphans, but she's striving to protect the children. She becomes obsessed with the idea that they are in danger, and her good intentions cause more harm than good. So we'll see. I'm curious to see the different parallels and differences between this book and The Turn of the Key. Then if I am going for doing the Buzzwordathon in the month of February, I think the prompt is pronouns, and I was looking at my shelves and like, I mean, it is possible to completely miss things, but this was one of the only ones that I saw that I had. You Don't Know Me by Susan May Warren. I got this in a Christian book mystery box and they were like mostly romance books. Oh yeah, this one is romance, right? Because Susan May Warren often writes romance. So the secret she's kept to protect her family could be the very thing that tears them apart. I don't know. I would like to kind of get through some of my books on my shelf that I feel like might not interest me. This might be more like try a chapter and then get rid of it. And then this one seems like a good palette cleanser, something different if I'm looking for some variety in my month. And this is The Five Worlds, The Sand Warrior. So I got this, shared it in my last library or book haul. It's a graphic novel, and I don't really know anything about it other than it's like a fantasy world, and the illustrations look pretty cute. I know Holly liked it, which, I mean, Holly and I have very different tastes, so I'm not sure if that really says good things for me or not, but I'm willing to try it. Then I also pulled out from that same book haul that I did, I've got the whole Terry Blackstock trilogy, The Intervention, and then Vicious Cycle, and then Downfall. series here, when I start a Terry Blackstock trilogy, I like to finish it, and my goal is to read all of my books within 3 months of buying them, so it would be nice if I could get these out of the way and then move on so I could buy more books maybe. So this series, or trilogy, follows, I don't know, there's a mother who is trying to save her daughter from a drug abuse situation, so she stages an intervention, and then as the daughter is on the way to the drug treatment, she disappears and her interventionist is found dead. So, I don't know, it sounds like a fast-paced suspense Terry thriller. Hopefully it's a good one. Okay, I've got 3 different ones here. Okay, I have this one, Sister Eve, Private Eye. It's a divine private detective agency mystery, and this was also in that Christian book box that I got, and like I've hardly read any books from there. Yeah, I don't think I would have picked this up on my own. This would fit one of my Read Your Bookshelf challenge prompts, because I think there's one with a body part in the title. So there's I can't remember what month that is. I'm pretty sure I ended up using that prompt. So yeah, it's about a nun who tries to solve a mystery. I'm not sure. But it's like one of those books I want to try to see if it works, and if not, like, let's get going. Let's move it on. Move it on. I don't know. My words are not coming. Then I have The Liar's Girl. This is another cult book that I got from the library recently. I think her father is the leader of this cult, and she doesn't know what's true or what's not. Oh, it says Piper was raised in a cult. She just doesn't know it. And this cover kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I don't know. I'll try it. And the last one is The Good Sister. This is by Sally Hepworth, and I know that Amanda from the Curly Reader just got a few of her books and has heard really good things, and I'm curious. I would like to try one of her books because all of a sudden this author's kind of been popping up in a bunch of places, so I want to try it. Oh man, I had my tea here to like take a drink from and never even got to it. So there you have it. I'm going into my TBR very differently than I have in the past. Often when I do the Hey Reader prompt generator and I spin the wheel to pick a prompt, I enjoy making my TBR that way, and often I enjoy reading off of my TBR like that. But right now I'm just in a really weird place where I just really want to mood read, so I'm just going to allow myself to. Other than the Agatha Christie, I don't think I have any books that I like really have to read in February, but I might be missing some. Yeah, so we'll see where February takes me. Even the end of January, some of these might end up in my January wrap-up if I decide I want to read them now. Yeah, so let me know. I'm curious, are you more of a mood reader, more of a TBR reader? What suits your personality? Or are you like me and like to change things up all the time? Sometimes you follow a TBR, sometimes you mood read. Let me know. Oh yes, I'm like totally representing. I've got my book stack shirt and I've got my book mug, which goes both ways. And yeah, these are available in my shop. So yeah, let me know maybe something you think you're gonna read in February. And thanks for watching my TBR video for the month.